Hello there, this is Divine TV. My name is Kemi Walesi, your amazing host on She World, where we discuss the female gender, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the very beautiful. As usual, I have an amazing guest on this episode today. But before I introduce her, let's go on a short break. You're welcome back on She World. I have an amazing guest today. I call her the ageless mama. Ageless painlessly. Or is that not how we say it?
Aging painlessly.
Aging painlessly.
Aging without pains.
Aging without
gracefully.
Aging gracefully. Introduce yourself to our audience today.
Good morning, viewers, and good morning, mommy.
Good morning.
Been a long time. So, my name is Dr. Jane Ikwinomore, and I'm the CEO of Aria Wellness Hub, located in Magodo Phase 1, Lagos, Nigeria. And I have passion for people to age painlessly, age without a single pain.
Aging painlessly.
Yes, mommy.
I love that. Because aging is natural. All of us are praying to live long. And if you live long, that means you are aging. And a lot of times as you are aging, a lot of things would begin to happen, all sort of pains, I can't stand up the way I used to stand, I can't sleep the way I used to sleep, I can't walk. You know, a lot of things come with aging. But my guest today is saying you can age and age without pains. How will this happen? Are you going to change us, or what is going to make this happen?
Okay, so why do I have this passion about aging painlessly? My both parents, both of them, are aging with so much pains.
Okay.
My dad has gone under the knife 3 good times, knee replacement, and all failed. As I talk now, he's in so much pains. And I grew up knowing my mom with one pain or the other, arthritis pain, different pains. And then I look at them, even when I grew up, I asked myself, that means, is it the same way I'll be when I'm old? And I told myself, if this is the way to age, I don't want to age like this. And that's one of the reasons I went into wellness early enough. I started researching. In fact, I will say I've been in wellness all my life.
Wow.
Yes, and I started researching, and I was able to understand the fact that there are 3 major ways ailments can come into the body. And one of them is when it's inherited, which automatically makes me prone to age in pains, because both of them already have one ailment or the other when as I'm living them. That's one. And then secondly, through your food, the food you eat. And then thirdly, your environment. These are the 3 major ways. There are other ways, but these are the 3 major ways. And I was able to understand the fact as well that if you're able to do certain things, you can as well age without those pains.
Wow.
And how do you do that? Majorly through the food you eat, nutrition. And that's one of the reasons I went into nutrition proper, full-time nutrition. And that is what got me here today.
Thank you very much. Hereditary pain, you may not be able to help to an extent. But food, what I tell people, I remember when I was going to stop drinking fizzy drink because I was almost addicted to fizzy drinks.
Mm.
Until I went to the hospital, saw somebody that was having tests of 120,000, 70-something thousand, and I looked at it that majority of the challenges we have really when it comes to our health comes from the food we take.
Mm.
Then I was addicted to fizzy drinks. I must take it every day,
Mm.
more than once daily. And I took a decision right there and then that this fizzy drink, you're not going to control me. I am going to control you. Because I've used my money to buy it anyway.
Sure.
I buy it and I drink it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to follow that decision up till today.
Wow.
5 years ago now, for 5 years, I've not taken fizzy drinks.
Wow.
Because I took that decision. It wasn't because I was ill or anything, but I saw another person in pain. And I believe this one I can control.
Mm.
I may not be able to control the hereditary one, but the one that I can control, I should be able to control that. So I agree with you. I didn't even remember the environment thing. I don't know we can have problems from our environment. What does that mean?
But let me even correct something.
Okay.
Hereditary one you can change.
Ooh.
So let me ask you, who taught you how to cook?
My mom,
Who taught your mother how to cook?
her mom,
Who taught her mother how to cook?
her mom.
So hereditary one you can change, because one of the things that is a problem is that we keep doing the same thing and expect a different result.
Mm.
So your mom taught you how to cook the same way, the same ingredients, the same thing, and the mom taught her mom the same thing, the same ingredients, no proper planning. And when it comes to our health, if you don't have a plan on your health, there is a saying that he who fails to plan is planning to fail. So majorly, our health should be our first priority. But a lot of times, it's one of the things we relegate and face other things that are not necessary. And that is why most of the time, when you're now aging, those things you face thinking they are important, but now becomes the things that you would have, the things you would have made important in your life becomes your problem, which is your health. So when it comes to your hereditary, you can actually change them by having a plan of how the things that goes into your mouth, monitoring what goes into your mouth. For instance, I think a few years ago when I wanted to, because I've been in wellness, so I wanted to go. I will register in the gym, and the gym is WHO certified. So before they take you in, they will do all your tests to know if you're going to do high intensity or start low with low intensity. But normally, before you even start any exercise, you're supposed to start on the low. That's if you're professionally. But at least they will do your test. And immediately they did my test, they found out as at that age, I think that was about 8 years ago, they found out one of my my right leg was already prone to arthritis, which is what I was running from. And the man told me this, and it's going to be a chronic one. And you're not, and he gave me some options. You're not supposed to run. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to. I said fine. So I registered and I was being monitored, and I told myself, if I'm not going to run, I'm not going to be in this gym. So everything they said don't do, I left that gym, and everything they said don't do, what I started doing. Because I started monitoring the food I ate. I checked my uric acid. I checked everything that has to do with arthritis. I started monitoring what went into my mouth. And as I'm talking to you now, I don't have a single trace of arthritis in me.
Wow.
So because it has happened to other people doesn't mean it should happen to you. So when it comes to health, like personally, what I do when I treat people is we check with your deficiencies. Now, over the years, why are people aging in pains? Majorly, there are certain things that happen in your internal organs that you don't know about because the body is like a box. But every day, because you don't plan in your life, you just throw whatever it is that goes into your mouth. Before you know it, those things become a problem to you.
Wow.
And if you don't check it, you have deficiencies and you have the things that are optimal. So by the time we do a test on you in my office, in my clinic, we check your deficiencies. We check the ones that are optimal. And then we now create a balance in your system. By the time we do that, then you now have a healthy life. So there is no way you monitor what goes into your mouth that you will not have a healthier you over the years.
Wow.
And then talking about environment as well. When it comes to environment, that's a major problem to health these days. Is it the pollution? Everywhere around you is polluted. The food you eat, the chemicals that goes into it is something you can't even measure on daily basis. So the environment, the pollution is immeasurable.
Wow.
The things we inhale on daily basis. We don't have lights, so everybody's on generator. Everybody, if you don't have generator at all, you have a better pass my neighbor generator. The vehicle you drive, the pollution that comes, you count the number of cars on the road on daily basis. The marijuana, so the environment is actually one of our major problems now. So if you're going to be healthy, you have to monitor all these things and do a lot of detox.
Wow. We need to do a lot so that we can age painlessly. We can see how this is going. I'm enjoying it. But you know what? We need to go on a short break now. And when we come back, we'll continue to know how we can age painlessly. I'm sure you've been enjoying that we have been discussing about aging painlessly. And if you are just joining us, this is She World on Divine TV. Let's continue on this. We're talking about environment. How do we control this environment? Because it looks as if it's something we have no control over.
You can't control it, or you can control yourself.
Okay. I can't control what is going on.
Sure.
But I can control myself.
You can control yourself.
Okay, I like that. But how do we do this?
So when it comes to food, there are three major ways ailments come to the body, right? And majorly, if you really want to live in health, the other two can be taken care of through your food.
Oh.
Now, in life, we have two major things that we are assigned to do by God Himself, because He knows how important those assignments are. So He actually mapped out those assignments for us. And one of them, activity. Two, food.
Activity and food.
Activity and food. So, when you eat your food and you have a proper plan of what goes into your mouth, there is no how you will not have a healthier you. One of the problems is that we don't have a plan.
Just eat anything.
Everything. If I ask you now, Mommy, do you have a plan of your daily consumption? To an extent, you've been trying.
I've been trying because I know you. Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Because I know you and you've been able to say, oh, okay, this is the portion you should take, this is what you should take, and this is what you should take. And one beautiful thing that I learned with you then is, majority of the people, when we are talking about food, they are trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
I had issues of gaining weight because
Mm-hmm.
I lost it drastically from some crazy exercises I did then. And you have a solution for that. So which shows me that, okay, this is a balanced person that can help me, that can help all of us, really. If I'm losing weight, she can help me to gain weight
Back.
sensibly. Not just eating junk or anything. I can gain my weight in a very healthy way.
Healthy way. Yeah.
And I can lose weight in a healthy way too. So one thing that's why I found it balanced, and it's helped me even up till today. I still try to do that one, even though I falter a lot of times.
We all do.
I falter a lot of times. But one other thing I learned from you then was indulge yourself. So you know that, okay, today I am indulging in this thing. So I don't see it as in I'm craving for it every time. But I know that, I can say, once in a week or twice in a month, I can take ice cream, not binge on ice cream.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say today that they say I'm going to eat this ice cream. Go and bring 4 liters.
Let me sit down with it.
Let me finish it. So I've learned that. So I plan my food to an extent. To an extent. And I think it has helped me. It has helped me to be a lot healthier because I'm actually not young.
Yeah.
I'm actually not young. Well, I'm aging painlessly. I'm
I can
aging
see that.
painlessly.
I can see that. We communicate a lot. So the thing about it, if you ask over 90% of Nigerians, which is the atmosphere we operate, if they plan their meals, over 90% will tell you they don't. And as long as you don't plan what goes into their mouth, whatever it is you put in, stays. And our body speaks to us. Now, there are people that say when you're 40, there are things you shouldn't do, there are things. I said, no, you started from the beginning. It's supposed to be like a lifestyle. So, but majorly, most of us begin to discover ourselves when we are 40 because that's when the body will now start telling you all you've been doing for the past 30 years. And now this is what you've been doing. The body begins to complain. The pain starts coming up and every other thing. So that's why a lot of people are saying when you're 40, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lifestyle. Parents should imbibe it in their children from day one. That's the way it's supposed to be. But there is no much awareness on all these things. Because a lot of us don't even know.
That is it.
The truth is, myself, I didn't know. Even for the fact that I told myself I don't want to age the way my parents are aging. I went into research. I would have been like every other child out there. But we need to do a lot of awareness. So when it comes to food, majorly, and then activity will also help you with that environment you asked about the last time. By the time you do activity, you do a lot of exercise, you find yourself detoxing, taking away some unhealthy toxins from your body. By the time you do that, most of the things you inhaled goes away from the body. But these days, technology is beautiful, but it's one of the worst things that happen to human beings. Because everybody is driving, everybody has a phone, everybody has a laptop. So life has become generally sedentary. You wake up in the morning, the first thing you pick up is your phone. Secondly, by the time you finish checking your phone, you're on TV. You're sitting in one place. When you're through with the TV, you move from the TV to the car. You're going to work. You think it's luxury? By the time you come out of the car, you get to your table, you're sitting on your laptop. You stay there for as long as you can, and then you drive home again. And then your TV, and then your bed. So that's the normal life of every personal world, all the world over now. So if you check it, if you don't deliberately exercise your body, you find out that everything is being done. And that's one of the reasons you find out these days, if you notice, a lot of people are slumping, so much cardiac arrest, the heart health is suffering. There is no exercise.
Wow. Sedentary lifestyle is gradually killing us. And wellness should be a lifestyle. We need to check, be intentional about our health. Because as they say, health is wealth. I love how this is going. But there's something I'm going to ask now, especially for those of us that live in busy cities like Lagos. But I will ask the question after this short break. One thing I want to us discuss is, we say I live in Lagos, and why do I need to exercise? I rush to the bus stop in the morning, I rush to enter the bus or whatever. Life, we are very busy. Why do I need to do exercise? I will say one thing though. When I exercise, we do exercises together.
Yes.
And I'm climbing my staircase. I walk on the 3rd floor of a building. During the times I do my exercises regularly, when I walk upstairs, I'm fine. When I don't do my exercises, By the time I climbed all my legs will be shaking and everything. So I believe there is a difference between what was going on, the hustle and bustle, and exercise. I don't understand the difference. But a lot of people say they don't need to exercise, especially if I live in Lagos, that I've been doing enough exercise. Do you agree?
You notice that some people, even with all those exercises, they add a lot of weight. Because there is a difference. There is what you're going through, rushing balls and all whatnot, is stress.
Oh.
That's no exercise.
Oh.
There's what being deliberate. When you're so when it comes to exercise too, there's a plan to exercise. Like now I see you. I notice I've seen you, you're huge. So I see you, I'm not going to put you on a very high intensity exercise. You may need a drilling exercise.
Okay.
You may just need to, you may not need what myself need.
Okay.
So that's being deliberate with your exercises. So there's a stress exercise and there is deliberate exercise. So those are the two things. You have to be deliberate with your heart health. So why a young man a few days ago, he was in the news, went to a gym,
Okay.
28 years old, and he slumped and he was gone. So what happened to him?
Mm.
It was his first time of trying to do high intensity exercise, and he
Got it.
actually embraced it with a full force. But if he was being deliberate about it, and if he had maybe gone through tests to know the kind of exercise he was supposed to do, he wouldn't have started with that high intensity. He would have gone slowly and then go up the ladder. So there is a difference.
Wow. That means professional help is always important.
Sure.
Don't jump on anything. And I know when they will tell you, even when they are recommending exercises, they will say, speak with your doctor before you start this
Exactly.
exercise. It's always there.
Exactly.
Speak with your doctor before you start this exercise. Because I've seen a lot of people that will slump and die. They will have cardiac arrest when they are playing football, when they are... I was just wondering, is your heart not pumping? So we've done the right thing at the wrong time, or the wrong way to do the right thing.
Exactly.
There's a way to do things.
It's a detailed way to do things.
Planning. I agree with you that we need to plan everything, even the food we eat.
Sure.
Wow. So all the jumping up and down we do in Lagos is just stress. It is not exercise.
It's stress. It's stress.
Oh.
And then let me go pumping this before we round up. Once you're above 40, like I said, that's when a lot of people advise, once you're 40, start it. If you have a child now, start it. Tell them to eat right. There is no bad food. What we have is bad consumption. That's one. So when you're above 40, because I need to even talk about this. That's when the blood. When you're young, you don't experience certain things because you're young. The body have a way of rejuvenating itself. But once you're above 40, the blood viscosity begins to thicken. That's why you notice a lot of people these days have a lot of high blood pressure. Some have diabetes. There are so many names now. It's because of what you did over the years. So that high blood pressure, what causes it is when you're young, we have two types. We have the arteries is the one that takes in oxygenated blood. The oxygen you breathe goes through the arteries, and the arteries distribute it around the whole of your system to function. So over the years, it keeps doing that. And then we have your blood dies every 120 days. Your blood cell dies every 120 days. So by the time, I don't know if you can go through this because this is another topic, on its own. By the time the blood dies in that 120 days, it's supposed to go out of the system so that the oxygenated blood can go again. But a lot of times it doesn't go out of the system. So it begins to coagulate. And why do we have high blood pressure? Those coagulated bloods are impeding on the ones that are supposed to flow. So the blood is being pressured to move. So for me to round up today, I will advise people to, once they are that above 30, 40, they begin to see what they can take. Do a lot of exercise, Take just one cooked meal in a day. You shrink, but that's the truth. Take just one cooked meal in a day and take a lot of freshies to thin the blood naturally. Naturally. So that there will always be free flow of the blood. When that blood is majorly the major problem that causes other ailments in the body. So once there is a free flow, your kidney will function, all your internal organs will function well.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. This is very interesting. Eat one cooked meal in a day. Kemi, are you listening? One cooked meal
Once
in
you're
a
above
day,
40.
when you're above 40.
Yes.
So that your blood would easily flow through your body and your heart will not be overlabored.
Yes.
So fresh fruits, eat it. Instead of buying that thing we normally buy in traffic, carry some fruits
Plan your meal.
and eat. Planning your meal will help, really.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
You know, we do a lot of planning as well.
So you need to see a professional to help you plan how to age painlessly, so that in your latter years you are not regretting all the things you should have done earlier on in life. It is possible to age painlessly.
Sure.
As we are praying for long life, you should be praying to live long without pains.
Sure.
It's been so interesting today, really, really interesting, and I enjoyed speaking with you
I enjoyed coming here.
because I've learned a lot from you over the years,
Mm.
and I'm still learning. Even though some of them I'm still then I'll remember my coach will say we need to age
Painless.
painlessly. In case other people want to reach out to you to be able to plan their exercises, plan their food, so that they can age painlessly, where are you?
So we are located at Magodo Phase 1, Lagos, Nigeria. And if you want my number, it's 0806 872 9222. And you can reach us on our social media handles at Aria Wellness Hub. We do more of nutrition. We're basically nutrition because we want to command what goes into people's mouth. And we do a lot of natural treatments, no single synthetic treatments, natural. By the time we check your deficiencies, we check your optimum, we put them together, you will surely get well.
Thank you very much. Nice one, you say. This is how we end this show today. You know you have not joined us on YouTube. Kindly subscribe to our channel, Divine TV, and download our app on Google Play Store. I'm sure you'll be glad you do. Thank you very much. See you some other time. Bye.